Hello, Martin Parr Autoportrait, introduced by Marvin Heiferman. This is a tiny little book and by Martin Parr, published by Dewi Lewis. It is 4.5 inches by 6. You can still buy this, it's all over the place. You get it on Amazon or from Dewi Lewis's website. You may be able to get it from the Martin Parr Foundation as well. I like this book. I think it's okay. I saw the point of it, and I had a little bit of a fascination with this side of photography myself. Martin is a photographer who's travelled the planet shooting his projects and work, and while he was on his excursions and travels and shoots and stuff, he would go to high street or tourist spots and have his portrait taken. And this is a sort of collection of these portraits he collected while he was travelling. I got a signed one as well. So I think I'll go through it. I'll show you some bits and bobs in it and see what you think of it. I know where he's coming from with this book, and I remember being abroad and having to get a lot of photo accreditation and realising very quickly that some of the cheapest places to get your portrait picture taken was when you were in, say, Bahrain or Paris or somewhere like that. It always seemed to be expensive and a bit of a faff to get them in England. And I remember you could get them for you get a set of 6 pictures done in a side street in downtown Bahrain or Addis Ababa or something like that for like 50p or something. And as a working photographer, I'm sure Martin has the same thing as well. You used to always be asked for photo accreditation. You're always having to supply pictures and stuff and photographs. This is before digital really kicked in. So there was always a need to have in your travel bag a set of images. So I could sort of see where this stemmed from. At first I was a bit skeptical on this book. I thought it was a little bit of a Martin Parr marketing ploy to sort of, whatever Martin puts out, it'll sell. And I've sort of grown to like it a little bit. Like I said, it's a tiny book. It's got a sponge raised cover on it. It has, I think, in the region 40 pages, something like that. I wouldn't like to say. This is the introduction by Marvin outlining contemporary media and people having pictures of themselves taken, I think selfies and stuff like that, and literally covering the sort of history, 19th century photography, and then the sort of cultural aspects of portrait photography. A little tiny essay to sort of introduce the book. So there's the pictures. So here's the sort of pictures here, and in the back here is the reference to where they are. So I'm going to try and work them. I'm going to show you about a third of the book. I think it's an interesting book. Again, I tried to show books which potentially could lead somebody on and inspire somebody, not just to buy the book, but to go out and do something for themselves. Go out and photograph something, go out and do a series of portraits of your friends, and go out and do a series of portraits from photo booths themselves. I want to inspire and educate people on and make photography accessible and show that simple ideas like this can make great books, and get out and do it. So let's have a little look. Let's look at some of the funny ones. Pretty standard. There's one. So Abu Dhabi. That's interesting. So I'm just going to flick through to the thingy. Look at that. Where's that? That is Abu Dhabi again. Abu Dhabi, I think that's how you pronounce it. Check that out. That's brilliant. Who are plastic lobster there? And that is in Rimini. Wow. He looks about 10 years. It took about 20 years off on that. Look at that. Amazing. And that is in, where's that? that is in Dakar. So if you want to go and look 20 years younger, get yourself to Dakar on a photo booth. It's looking very clean there. There's that one. That is in Riga. Wow, these look authentic. That's the Plaka. That's in the Acropolis, isn't it? In Greece, I presume. Athens, yeah. And Havana. Wow, I've seen the guys in Havana with the cameras and stuff doing this. I've not seen the ones there and around the Acropolis doing them. Glasgow. That looks like a standard high street portrait, doesn't it? Like in the photo booths. Oh, it's like a tourist thing, I presume. Okay. To be honest, I'm saying okay, but I don't really know. Oh, lovely. Look at these. Where's this? Tokyo. Definitely really bad unflattering lighting. It looks like it's just come off a long haul flight. It looks shattered. This is very sort of academic. Where's that? Bremen. Isn't that weird? That's a sort of quite a German look, isn't it? That's amazing. I'm going to hit one more here. It has to end with this. I wonder if Martin sits and looks at this and think, what could have been? But anyway, where is it? Where is it? It is in New York. Wow. I think it's an interesting little book. But again, like I said at the beginning, it's a book to inspire. I want to get you inspired by photography. I want you to just have a sort of look at these and see how accessible good photography is, and look at some great projects, and just maybe hopefully get you out and take pictures and become more aware of people like Martin Parr and Dewi Lewis, and help fund these organisations by buying your books, so these guys can go out and shoot more photography. Anyway, I hope you like it. It's a very quick glimpse. It's not a massive book, and I think you can pick this up for a couple of quid. It's not that expensive. Give it a go. Thank you.